Vladimir Putin is a thug. He's a mass murderer. He's a power-hungry, typical Russian leader. It amazes me that we have people in our own country, some who claim to be conservative Republicans, but then again, the lunatic left as well, who never criticize Putin. Instead, they criticize the United States like the Marxist left. I'm no fan of Joe Biden. He's a dithering buffoon. He's always been a dithering buffoon, even before he lost his mind. He never really had one. And yes, his acts of appeasement, I believe also he's in many ways a Manchurian candidate, have weakened this country greatly. His decisions have weakened this country, whether Afghanistan or Iran, whether that pipeline originally in Europe, and allowing Putin to pull out of a nuclear deal so he can modernize his nukes and all the rest of it, and basically undermining the United States military by not providing them with funds to even cover inflation, have all led to this point. And that is the sanctions now that have been levied against Russia as of this moment, and what it means for the Putin regime, if anything. Go.
I'm announcing the first tranche of sanctions.
These sanctions are a major step.
And we hold further sanctions at readiness to be deployed.
The U.S. and its allies coordinated a first round of sanctions against Russia over its troop deployment to breakaway regions of Ukraine.
They're hoping the financial pressure that the sanctions create in Russia will discourage Moscow from going any further into eastern Ukraine or using his force to take over the country entirely.
The sanctions are expected to have limited impact on Russia's economy, but Western governments say they send a strong signal. The U.S. blacklisted 2 major banks and banned the trade of any new sovereign debt.
Let's hold on. We could destroy their economy altogether. I don't understand this either. They're hoping it has an impact. What do you mean you're hoping? I mean, you got 1 foot in the water and 1 foot out the water. I don't get it. And then when Biden speaks out, he says, we're not going to war with Russia. Okay, great. Anything we're doing is defensive, not offensive. But we're doing things that are going to stop. Why are you apologizing? If you're trying to send a message to Putin, it's, don't worry, we're not going to do this. But on the other hand, we are going to do this, and we're hoping this. He's watching this too. Like, what a joke. Go ahead.
While some allies said they would sanction individuals connected to the breakaway regions and impose travel bans.
Wow, travel bans. Wow, Putin and his oligarchs won't be able to travel where? To Key West, Florida? I mean, I don't really know. Oh, travel bans. Oh! That guy is pouring his army into another sovereign country. You think he's worried about travel bans? Was Mao worried about travel bans? Stalin, Hitler, travel bans? Go ahead.
The political message that sends to Moscow is, hey, you are going to be politically isolated from the global economy. All of these actions will also affect the price or the exchange rate of the ruble.
But one penalty is sparking concerns for international energy markets: Germany's decision to put the Nord Stream 2 pipeline on hold, an $11 billion project that would bring natural gas directly from Russia to Europe.
In dieser Phase ist es jetzt wichtig, neben ersten Sanktionen eine weitere Eskalation und damit eine Katastrophe zu verhindern. Darauf zielen alle unsere diplomatischen Anstrengungen.
The U.S. had long called for the pipeline's opening to be halted, and Germany froze the project even though it's the biggest buyer of Russian gas in the world. The European Union also relies on Russia, with about 40% of natural gas supplies coming from there.
Cutting off future natural gas imports through the Nord Stream 2 project, that's already pushed natural gas prices up 5 times what they were last winter. That's a big cost.
Hey, look, pal, if you want to be taken seriously, see that poster over your left shoulder? You might want to remove it. That's number 1. Number 2, you could put an American Marxism poster up there. I understand they're available. And then number 3, the price of natural gas is going up. Imagine if we had our fossil industry working as it did before Biden became president, full throttle open, and we could produce even more and flood the world market. Imagine what an economic, geopolitical, and military tool that would be. Well, Biden took it away. Last week, he stopped as much drilling on federal land as possible. This guy makes no sense. He's pushed by this ideology, by these radicals, and it doesn't even matter if it involves the American, our national security. This is what they'll do.
For all this and much more, sign up for Levin TV.